But how do you know if it's a conversion gap or if it's a dead list or if you've attracted the wrong niche by doing the wrong things? How are you going to figure that out? Will the process that we're going to talk about sort of evolve and show that? Or is it always a conversion gap?
Numbers never lie. And so I say, let's look at the numbers and the data will tell us the truth. So if we're having conversations, then maybe we know it's not that we're not having enough conversations. Maybe they're unqualified. Maybe they're not the right niche, but numbers tell us a story. And so if we're tracking all of our data, which is what we do in the conversion gap, we're looking at marketing flow and looking at how that translates in sales rhythm. We can see where the gap is. Sometimes it's that there's not enough conversations. Sometimes it's conversations with the wrong people. Sometimes it's no conversations at all. And so that gap can look different based on every client. And this is why this is not a one size fits all approach. Business never is.
No.
We have to look at it case by case, business with business. And so it can look different, but oftentimes there is a gap. Maybe it's more in marketing than it is in sales. Maybe it's more in content to DMs. It can show up at different parts of the sales journey, but that's where I'm looking to see where is the leak.
I love talking about leaks. I am such a big person when it comes to, I've always said, close all the gaps, fill all the gaps, close all the holes. Like keeping people in your ecosystem and not having them leak out is so important because the moment they're out, like you've lost them. Do you have like a story or client experience that you can share of exactly what this looks like in somebody's business? And feel free to hide some of the details and everything. We don't need to know the exact person and stuff, but just what it looks like when you have that aha moment of this conversion gap from lead to sale.
Absolutely. Even just earlier this morning, I'm having a conversation with a client who this client in particular has a massive following on social media. So it's not that they don't. I would say, even in fact, compared to me, maybe 5 times more followers. I have 4,000 followers.
Hmm.
So again, when I'm telling you that it's not the quantity that matters so much, it's the quality of nurture and really making sure there's no leaks in the process.
Hmm.
You have a lot of followers, but if there isn't a process for connection and nurture with those followers, then it's not really making you money. And in order to have a business, you need to have profit. Let's be clear on that.
Yeah.
And so when we see it make good sense is when you can see the work that you're doing in marketing is translating to sales. And that happens in the client journey.